Words won't be on the screen.
They say sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. And right now I'm losing bad. I've stood on this stage night after night, reminding the broken it'll be alright. But right now, oh right now, easy to see when there's nothing to bring me down. But what will I say when I'm held to the flame like I am right now? I know you're able and I know you can save through the fire with your mighty hand. But even
Stand up.
It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise, pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, pour out only. You are love, you are love, you are hiding away. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. Your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour will shout, our bones will sing. Great, all the earth will shout your praise. Our heart will cry, the soul will sing. Great are you, Lord. Shout our praise. It's your breath in our lungs. Praise to you only. It's your breath.
How are we? Amen. We are blessed. You know, it's been a challenging weekend for our family, obviously. Melissa, about 8 o'clock Friday morning. She was at work. She'd only been there for a few minutes. We've been having some problems with her car. We had dropped it off the night before with ants. I said, who? Oh. It's been going, couldn't place what she... you know, they've been around our 11. Mark took his life. Less than a year later, his widow did the same. Never would have chosen as ministry to guide. God, I than I ever would have. I'm guessing that no one in church who hasn't been in some way suicide. But I use the hashtag suicide time on hate it. Not a word regular suicide. They feel wrong. Her is a widow. That's him with grandchild. Afterlife. His son more time hairs. Paul. Now this morning, when you can find it says it'll be now. I haven't been on Pappert talks about said things before. Never thought of my amazing praying. God who's most with mental most of the isn't. We need to fewer ideas of praying. I've said before, my and again, Webster's not a dictionary. You will within the dictionary. Science to understand how to come up with a millions of things people have. Church tell people that you should pray. That he knew who Jesus was. And then he decided it wasn't him. For Brandon, Brandon prayed for himself. Not enough. It's got people. We need to remind to ask that it is okay to hurt. Now, you mentioned he and I may not speak of you. This stuff done, you don't hurt, don't need help. You do. Enough on Friday. About 4 smoking. Our conversation was near what we planned. Our conversation was all over the place. We emptied our so much, and it was not that we're and there's I want is going. We have here through. So Boaz took into gave reception. Naomi, Lord, who is without a his name be rendered well. That's graciousness, and this life God. Well, 5 list 5. So provides none of no one spoke about. She was a firm, not one of God's people. He didn't even want to. He wanted other reason. The Chris Tomlin song "Will Fall" was playing on. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. Chris Tomlin. You know why most of them are great? Because he lifts them right out of Scripture. And that song came right out of the Ruth. My mother-in-law, I'd go with you. But then that Bethlehem and identified her. She's just a foreigner. Now later, she is identified in 2 words. She's identified for servant, but the Hebrew word servant, the low. Now, as you think back, as we were going through John, foot bucket off the and it comes. She's a servant, but servant more to act more family. Verse 3 after because of her truth come in the family. 13, even believed to be children of God, blood, we unto salvation, because or God is able to. So our living provides a future. Naomi without her, Naomi forward to. Now, this is things take kind of a strange little turn, but have some more great force in the Bible. Anyway, and we've as going to make of an often that dressing says for you declare plans for what to certain people certain the overall picture thought it was going to when you'd only come thing like to start committed future for you. There are a lot of ways that we can just to try to touch all this morning. Another way that would our taker, my friend, future. I told I sent them, and they not much. They've remained dead, so they serve my future. Back there. We get found to nourish me hope and daughter ultra taught except were better could carry water and I don't even could have had life on day moving in place all you ever believed. I mean, caretaker gave him a son born to Obed means they could have been to God, could be told he was going to mother. God as a full airs with Christ or with a fight. For one of them, more into one. And he is when it says where okay for the had to say to be they would be equal IO kids that we were in and in a way but they were and they are and he's one child this the same son sisters they may not and they were a little the and son of Abraham. This lost, hopeless widow became redeemed into a life that we don't for me. We have freedom. Jesus' statement. Jesus loves it. Faith when we're in the middle of that. As with as he plows the past lost in church. Even when I have not, I through this season. I sure hope he's soon so I can get it. Be in a day to meet God myself. I desperately pray that my man is struggling. You're at a point where you say, you even know it. And I've been that person. I believe I last week struggling is where so many only hands struggling to the to start you to God doesn't, but he promises it's going good. It's going. It is the biggest part of God. Even when we're in the just flat beating us for promises every shall to know he is in paradise and all he loves and be his. I wonder what that's going to look like. Mercy me moment. I can only imagine. I should problems difficult with suicide. It's answer to something that is temporary. Hurting to the point that you don't know that there's another way. Please, someone. If you're the someone, grab. You know what? Don't know what to do. Grab one out. One in place, they can't grab them. Hate suicide. At all. Do it. This is start is being loves and welcomes and desires for everyone else to know. And he says one of the greatest problems into become more defend the gospel than just declaring the gospel. With a that doesn't know Jesus, forget the sin and introduce them to Jesus. Who's not living in a godly and they have God, well, it's impossible for them to act godly. So introduce them. Don't come at them and say, you stink. I see that you may be struggling in an area in your life. I see that you know that life. And you know what? Mornings, this is one church about truth, the Bible. Your life, sure that people know the truth, Christ. Love each other well. Help people where they are. They promise that things will get better. Lord, I know I was all over the place today. Father, I that some way used to this. God, I pray for my Amanda. I pray that she is struggling through that in this she is hurting so much, she knows the promise of better. I pray that the church would be ever turned on us because God, let us be a people who declare. Let us be when the world looks at us, grows. Thank you for the space there that we even touch the exact. Father, as we head into this holy week, thank you for the Redeemer who was. Thank you to come back and we're excited. Let us never turn away. Declare your truth, the gospel.